Hello students, welcome back and we will be starting with the topic power. The rate of doing work. That means work, as we already know, it is the force into displacement. The rate of doing that work, which comes to be the force into displacement, the total work done by the time, that is represented as small t. So this total thing, work by time, is represented as power. As going through this chapter in the book, I am on page number 23. You can see that over there on the heading itself on number 2.5, it is written P is equal to W by T. So the formula which I mentioned is also written in the blue box below. P is equal to W by T 2.6 equation. So this will be the formula. Mathematically, the measurement of power is done by the amount of work done by the source per second, it is mentioned, or if the problem asks any other mentioning any other data, we do write that also. It depends on the question that what unit we are going to use, but the standard unit or SI unit, better to say, is the one which is joule by second equal to watt, W-A-T-T. As we know, the unit of work done is mentioned in joule. That is the SI unit I am talking about. And the CGS unit, which is 1 joule, is equal to 10 to the power 7 erg, ERG. So similarly over here, when we do talk about the various other units of power, we will come to them one by one. First, let us talk about the factors affecting power. As the formula suggests, it is work by time, that is W by T. So the amount of work done and at that moment or in the mentioned time will of course be the first factor, and time, as it is the rate of the work done, of course will be the most involved factor over here, that at how much time how much work is done particularly. So as your book mentions over here, point number 1 and 2, the amount of work done by the source, the time taken by the source to do the said work. For example, I can take, if I am applying a force, of course I can see a displacement occurring over here. So force into displacement will give the work done. Now I utilize this, that means I continued with the same force consistently for 3 seconds. So the work done by the time taken will of course give me the power spent over here. And I am going to write it, if I am writing in SI unit, it is as WATT. Now children, I hope that all of you have been checking this in the cisce.org website for a long time for the reduced syllabus and everything. Please be attached only with the SI units. And one thing to keep in mind, if the spelling or the notations of SI units are wrong, even after you solve the whole numerical correctly, there is an obvious chance of deduction of marks, and these are the specific areas where ICSE is very strict. So I request you, whenever you are writing, at least write them neatly, number one. Number two, this type of special SI units which are based on certain scientists' name, like Newton for force, based on Isaac Newton's name, kindly keep them correct. Don't be very fast or careless about them. Now, the note portion over here, as I mentioned the formula, it is also writing that, and we are actually getting one more derivation or one more formula from this. So now, if I'm using the same box over here, if I am applying the force over here and it is causing a displacement of 20 centimeter approximately within 4 seconds, then the displacement by time gives us a different physical quantity. Of course, it is the average velocity. Now, since in this case displacement is equal to the distance traveled, being in a linear motion with which we are dealing right now, we can say that it is giving us the average speed. So let's check what is written over here in the note portion. The formula over here, it is written clearly. They have taken the S by T together, which results in V, that is the average speed. So force into average speed also gives this quantity, that is power. So the term with which we defined at first, this formula is also keeping it at the same place. There is no change in that. It is the rate of doing work. Over here, F into S by T is the same, only just that we are taking the S by T part together and making it as average speed. Now, as I mentioned you that I will be coming to the units of power one by one. So let's check it out on the same page. Though they are already written in bold and black, if you still want, you can mark them, and there are certain other smaller units also. So we will study them one by one. The smaller versions of any unit was there in class 9 in the first chapter itself, where, for example, 10 to the power minus 6 is micro, 10 to the power minus 3 is milli, like that. So over here, the first thing is, if 1 joule of work is done in 1 second, the power spent is to be 1 watt. So I just mentioned about joule by second. This is it, and the joule per second is giving us the unit watt. Now bigger units, as much as you want to go. There is a very common thing which we talk about when, or we remember when we say the word WATT, that is watt. That is the electrical energy or the bulbs, the power of the bulbs. For small reason, that is for an area where we don't need to see in much definite, or the night bulbs particularly, they can be of 3 watts to 5 watts. The tube light which I am utilizing over here in my room is 36 watts. So this watts can be more. Now you can understand that if a bill comes for a particular office or a particular area where there is a public meeting every now and then, like the conference halls, etc., or the schools even, the bill when it comes over there, it does not come only in the watts. They can use kilowatt, megawatt. If it is a factory which is for heavy machineries, they can even use gigawatts. You must have the idea of the bigger machineries and everything which is using lots of chemicals and lots of electricity. So of course in this case, one bulb and the value will not be same in that case. So there are various bigger units of power. As for the smaller units of power, microchips, etc., or other smaller things, they can't sustain so many units together. So they can be measured with the help of milliwatt and microwatt, etc. Measuring all these means units together can be used with a multimeter. Multimeter is a device of a certain yellow colored box with a dial kept, and there are certain notations like on that of the calculator. And whenever we need to check the instrument, we just put the needles over there, and the other ends of them are fixed in the multimeter. This is a very small device. It is not at all big that as if I am discussing. Might be it is just big as this small book, you can try and understand. So that type of device measures everything in this case. So if you have seen that already, or you can check that device in Google. Of course, due to the wonderful season we are facing of staying home and staying safe, I just can't take you to a lab visit or bring that from the physics lab to show it to you exactly, but of course I can help you the picture. The uh, why I just mentioned about this multimeter, because in that device whatever we want we can check. We can check the ammeter, that is how much current is passing. We can check the voltmeter, that is how much potential difference is there. We also can check about the various wattage of different devices. You can also find the wattage mentioned behind every single appliances also, like fridge, TV, microwave, whatever is there in our houses. So in both these cases, power finds the use. Might be mechanical, might be electrical. Now let's come to the CGS unit. The CGS unit does not have any particular name. It just continues with that of the term erg per second, just like joule per second. So as the relation was previously, which I mentioned already, that is 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power 7 erg. Here it is also the same. 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power 7 erg per second. Now, there is another term which is more or less used in electrical energy or even in the stream of electrical engineering. That is horsepower. Don't worry, no horse is coming at our houses to measure it, but the term is given based that horses are very powerful and etc. It is 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watts. It is not 1000, not 100 like that. It's 746. It's a type of convention which is utilized. So whenever we are giving questions to you in horsepower, or kindly check that if the question is in horsepower or watt or in kilowatts. So all these terms are different, and these terms are more or less applied in the numericals wherever possible. So 746 watt, of course, if we transfer 746 into 10 to the power minus 3 kilowatts. The difference you can go through at any moment, and of course you can write examples with that too. So this ends our topic of power over here. Thank you.